it's going to, hopefully cause a lot of problems. And along with the other guys we've got as well, it's a really talented young team we have. And I think if we can all continue to make each other better, it's going to be an exciting team, next year. Yeah, obviously it's cool to see those guys in the NBA doing what they're doing, and obviously guys I've grew up, Patty, Deli, Joe, those older guys that I've grown up watching for so many years. To be at Boomers camp with them and then to play against them in the NBA is surreal for me. As an Australian kid, you always look up to the older Australians that are playing in the NBA and at the highest level. So I was no different from them, and yeah, it is cool. As I said, well, as you said, those guys are probably nearing the end of their, international and NBA careers. And for us younger guys coming through, we've got to make sure there's, no drop off. And those guys have set the bar really high. So to meet, those expectations is a big ask. But I'm sure, myself and the other younger Aussies are up for that challenge and excited to do it. I think he's three ball. I think it's well known he's a good shooter, but he's a elite shooter. I mean, people see what he does, especially on the the FIBA stage and at Olympics and World Cups. He's arguably the best player at those tournaments, and the things he does, the attention he draws, is unreal. And he's unselfish as well, makes the right play. So I think his shooting ability is obviously what he's known for, but people don't understand how really good of a shooter he is. And when he catches fire, there's not a lot of people that can do the things that he does on the floor. Yeah, Chip is a shooting coach. He's probably the best in the world. He's been with San Antonio for I think he said 17 or 18 years. Worked with a lot of guys, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, guys like those guys. And he's down at OKC, and I've had the chance to work out with him a few times already. And obviously now that we're all back in OKC, I'm with him 2-3 times a day. So seeing him a lot. He's obviously a master at what he does, and one of the reasons OKC hired him because he's so good at what he does, and he's got a very good track record of improving guys' shots. And it was one of the reasons when I found out he was being hired by OKC, I was so excited to work with him, because I knew, and every person I talked to and asked, Chip Engelland, I didn't hear one bad word about him. Everything was how good he is. Jock Landale's hit me up. Obviously they were together at the Spurs, and told me how good he is. And I've only heard positive things about him, and that's what got me even more excited to get in the gym with him. We haven't been together a whole lot of time yet, but obviously just little things. I mean, confidence is one of the biggest things. I think that was one of the things for me last year was I missed a shot. I start overthinking things, but Chip is different to any other coach I've ever had in the way he approaches. It's nothing. He's not trying to change my whole shot or do one big difference. It's just little things. It's taking it day by day and making sure that there's always carryover from different sessions. And he's a genius. He's hard to explain. You kind of got to be there and see what he does to understand how he works. But he's a shooting genius, and that's what gets me really excited. Going forward, working with him. Yeah, Dyson is he's gonna be an NBA player for a really long time. He's probably 6'7". He does a lot of things on a basketball floor. He's elite defender. He runs a point guard position. Great passer, facilitator. Guys are going to love playing with him. Obviously, he can shoot the ball well. I think I've been working with him this offseason and seeing big improvements, obviously, from G League year to where he's at now. He can really shoot that thing. And he's going to be, for guys that don't know about him in the league, they're going to know about him soon. He does a lot of things that, impact winning on a team. And if you can play both ends of the floor in the NBA, there's always going to be a job for you. And Dyson's elite on the defensive end. And, as I said, guys are going to love to play with him. He's unselfish, and, he impacts winning at a high level. Yeah, well, I mean, last year it was kind of weird because he got hurt. One of us got hurt, and he was out for 10 or so games. And then, I went on a pretty good, roll over that period of time. And then I got hurt, and he had time by himself, and he went on a roll. And when it was after the All-Star break, we came back together and we said, how can we keep these roles going for both of us, but playing together at the same time? And we sat down, me, Shay, and Mark, and we watched film and went over some things and talked about how we can both impact each other when we don't have the ball. And that first game after the All-Star break against Phoenix, it felt more natural, and I don't know what it was. Something just kind of clicked for both of us, and it felt really good out there playing with him. And we both had pretty solid games, and obviously that was the last time we played together that season. But I'm excited to play with him. I think we can carry that over into the next year. It's going to, hopefully cause a lot of problems. And along with the other guys we've got as well, it's a really talented young team we have. And I think if we can all continue to make each other better, it's going to be an exciting team, next year.